Well, good morning and welcome to our devotional for Three Crosses Kids for today. I'm taking our little story from Luke chapter 10, and actually this story about Mary and Martha and Lazarus is really three different stories, and we're just going to do the first little part today. What happened was Martha owned a large house, and living with her were her brother Lazarus and her sister Mary. Well, every once in a while when Jesus would come through town, he would stop at Martha's house. And in this story, he stops in and all of the disciples traipse in and they want something to eat. At least Martha thinks they want something to eat. Well, Martha hurries to the kitchen and she starts the work. She's fixing the fish and the bread and getting the vegetables and all the things that these guys could eat for lunch. And she notices that her sister Mary isn't around. So she runs to Jesus and she says, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her to come and help me. Now, the truth is that Mary was doing something that was very important. She was sitting at Jesus' feet, listening to Jesus. The other disciples were listening, and Mary was there. Martha was off in the kitchen getting the food ready, but Martha felt that she was being slighted. She wasn't being given the chance to listen to Jesus. She was doing all of the work. You know, sometimes when we're supposed to do something, it is very easy to complain about others. We can compare and say, well, I'm doing all the work and so-and-so's not doing anything. You know, when God calls us to do something, he just wants us to concentrate on that work and not whine or gripe or say anything negative about anybody else, but just do our very best. In fact, we have a sign at our house that says a $5 charge for whining. You know, it is very easy to complain and whine, isn't it? We all do it. I remember when I was doing these Lego cars over here and I was putting them all together, people would come around and distract me and keep me from doing what I was supposed to do. And I'd have to read the direction or look at the directions over and over again. And I would kind of get a little bit upset, you know, saying, can't you guys leave so I can do my work? That's what happens sometimes. We get kind of a complainy attitude. But God's word tells us that when we have something to do, that we should do it with all of our might. In fact, Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your heart. That is, give your very best. Don't complain about anybody else. Stay focused and get it done. The New Living Bible says, whatever you do it well. You know, because we're all indoors for so long, you're going to find that there's going to be some things to do that you wouldn't normally have to do. You know, your mom or dad might ask you to vacuum the rug, you know, or dry the dishes, or do your online work, you know, read your story or whatever. Now, I think if I understand what the word says, it encourages us to do our very best without complaining. And that's really our lesson for today. Do our best, don't complain about it, and get the work done, and do it as unto the Lord. Have a great day.